Today we are going to talk about um, data types. Data types of that we are going to use in tables. There are columns or fields in the tables. We know that uh, to enter data, we have to validate data also. So we have to keep data in a similar format. So um, if we think about a table called student details, and let's say we have to keep student ID, student name, and address, date of birth, likewise, date of birth. Then we have to keep the data in the same data type. Then ID would be a number. Name would be a text data. Sometimes date of birth is should be date type, and there are many other types also. Numeric data types, integer and real are numeric data types. Normally positive or negative numbers. Real data type is for an example 8.125, and with decimal places, numbers with decimal places can be used as real. For an example 8.125. And next one is text data. Text data usually consists of special characters like percentage, asterisk, minus, positive, likewise, or numbers 0 up to 9. Numbers 0 up to 9, and also A to Z letters can be uh, taken as text data. Then other type is currency. Currency means a dollar, yen, likewise, or otherwise rupees we use in Sri Lanka. These are currency types. And another type is date and time. Usually we keep date of birth in date time format. And another type is Boolean. Boolean means two logical values are there, true and false. Sometimes yes or no. If we use, let's say, are you registered? Or are you married? Likewise, we can use the data types true and false, right? Those are the data types that we can use in databases. So we have to take our note. Shall we complete? Take the note as data types, and you have to find the suitable data types for following table. As an activity, you have to find take the note. The topic is data types. An integer. Integer is plus or minus whole number. Real is plus or minus decimal places with decimal places. Text data, currency, and date time, and Boolean. And you have to find suitable data types for these registered number, name, and just draw this table and just write what is the suitable data type for let's say the register number is a number. We can use integer. Likewise, you can write, right? Now complete. For the name, we can use text data type. And for date of registration, we can use date time, ne? Date time. Subject code, it is necessary to use text data again. And for the registration fee, currency, department name can be text data and is eligible. We can see eligibility, yes or no. Boolean is suitable. Boolean values, true or false. At the same time, we can use yes or no as Boolean values. So now we are going to talk about database management systems. In short form, it is mentioned as DBMS, Database Management System, DBMS. Normally, database management systems consist of tables, table of data, and we can ask some questions from that tables. We can get information, relevant information, asking questions from the database. So these questions, we can say we are using queries. And if we use a query, the database management system have to answer for that. It is controlled by software system. We can say, let's say, if it is like this, the database is consist of tables of data, and we can question from that database, and we can get the answer, relevant answers from the database after querying from the database. Then it is called queries. And there are forms also, forms to collect information and forms to view information, as well as form to input data into the database. The type is called, that type of database functions are calling forms. And we can use other type of object called reports. Forms are normally used to input data and see data, and reports we can use to summarize data. And we can take printouts, printed documents using this data. For an example, let's say if we are working in a bank, the bank manager wanted to, if he wants to want to get some data about customers, we are not going to we are not going to show the data in front of a computer to the manager. Just we have to do is we can use the report to show him relevant data, what he is asking from us, right? Then the reports are objects to collect summarized data from the database management system. So those type of objects called tables, queries, and forms, as well as reports, that we can say the objects consist inside a database management system. These objects normally developed using computer software. So we can say database management system developed as set of software. Using set of software, we can fulfill these functionalities to the database management system. So a collection of objects which facilitate planning and maintenance of the database can be called a database management system. And this consists of several objects like tables, queries, forms, and reports. So we have to take our note. This is an example. In a company database, normally payroll officers get data from the database management system, and account section as well as managers take information from database management system. So we can say a collection of objects which facilitates planning and maintenance of database is a database management system, and this is consists of tables, queries, and forms and reports. Normally tables used to keep set of relevant data, as well as queries to get results from for questions asked from the database, and reports to format summaries to get summaries of data, and printing forms to fill data to the database as well as to view data from database. These are the objectives of these type of objects, right? Then there are some example softwares. Access. Examples of the Access. Microsoft Access is developed by Microsoft company, and Base is Document Foundation, developed by Document Foundation, and Oracle in Oracle Corporation. More than that, there are several database management system software. Then just write the topic, database management systems, and take the note. So now we are going to see an example database. This is a library system. So there are this example we are going to develop in future, but today we just look at the tables and the structure of the database. So there are three tables I have developed. One thing is book table, another thing is borrow, and other thing is member. There are three tables. And if we look at the design view of this member table, there are four fields. Member ID. Now you can see the data type is number. And the second one is member name. We can use the text data, last name and address. Text data is relevant. And as same as the member table, borrow table also, there are 5 fields. Borrow ID is auto number, and dates are in date format. Book ID and member ID in number format. Then the other table is book table. Book ID, book title, book subject, publisher, and author is there. Then we have to develop these tables first using this create tab. We can use create table design and enter these field names and select we can select data types from this to develop the database tables, and we have to connect them together. We know that book ID is the primary key of the, we can see it, there is a key icon, so it is the primary key of this field, is the primary key of book. Borrow ID is the primary key of borrow table. Member ID is the primary key of member ID. We have to join or make relationships between these tables. We can see in database tools tab, there are something relationships. If we select on that, we can see the relationships between these tables. We can make these relationships using just drag and drop into that. We can see the book ID is the primary key of book table, and borrow table there is a field called book ID, which is the foreign key of this borrow table, and we can connect this book ID in the book table into borrow ID in the book ID in the borrow table together. So primary key and foreign key relationship will be developed if we do so. So we can make relationships between the tables. And I'm not going to save that. Just I'm going to close all the things. Right. I have made some 3 tables there, as well as I created some forms also. I will show you how to create a form in simply we can select this form wizard, and we have to select drag we have to select this what tables we are going to use for form. Then I am using this book table, and we can see there are some fields of available fields we can select for the form. I'm going to select all the, not by clicking one by one. I can use this 2 arrows to select all the fields at once. Then I can select all the fields and click next, and we can, there are few layouts of forms: columnar, tabulate, datasheet, and justified. Just keep columnar, radio button clicked, and click next. And we'll make a form called book 1, because I have created some form named book, and I can give a name for that book 1, or sometimes I can give a name book form, right? Form book. Then I'm going to create form book, right? Then finish. Or if we want to modify more than that, we can select modify the form design, but I'm not going to modify right now. So I am just using this option and finish. This is the form, and we can navigate throughout the form, and we can see the examples. We can see the data inside, and we can enter using forms. We can enter new data using forms. That is why we call the form is the object we can view and enter data into the database. So if you want to modify this form view, we can go to the design view, and we can add some features to that. Just say we want to add buttons for the form. This is a button. I'm going to add navigation button. Go to next record navigation, and the icon is there. Next, We can use both options if you want to textual name or pictorial. We can add picture now, and then next and finish. This is the button we have created. Then another button for navigate to previous. I'm going to use navigate to previous record, and picture is enough. Now finish. Just look at the form view. We have navigation buttons there. We can navigate. It is functioning. And there are already created navigation buttons are at the bottom. But we can use we can add this type of buttons for more than navigations. As we see in the design view, there are several options for navigations as well as record, form operations, and there are so many things we can add. Also to print also, right? There are so many options to select. Now I'm going to cancel this one and delete the command, right? As the same way, close. I'm going to close now, and I'm going to delete the form I just created. And there are several forms I have created earlier. And we saw tables as well as forms, and now we are going to create some queries. There is a simple procedure. Click on the create tab, and you can select query design. And we can select the table also, query, close, and we can select what are the fields of query that we are going to see. Just say I want to get the book ID and book title and the author of that book. So I'm going to run this query, run. We can get those things, book ID, book title, and author. This is the query. We have asked some questions from the database, and database is gave me the relevant information from the table, from the database. So I'm going to change this query. I just right click and design view, select the design view, and I'm going to just see in design view there is a book called Gamperel here. The book ID is 123. So I'm going to show you something we can do with this design view. We can make some criteria for criteria. So I'm going to use the book ID. Criteria should be greater than 1000. So 123 book will not be shown. So I'm going to add some criteria greater than 1000. You have to give me database, the book ID greater than 1000. What are the books with book ID greater than 1000? So it is going to give me, right? There are 3 books in that table. So that is how we are going to query from databases, right? We can change this also again. If we delete this criteria and run again, we can see each and every book, right? Then there are, I'm going to delete this also. There are few queries I have created earlier. And I can enter using uh, forms also, as well as we can use forms as well as tables to enter data. I will show you how to enter data into the database. Close all, and I'm going to start book, and I can change the name, or I can edit, or I can add some data into the tables using this table structure as well as using this form structure. And I can see data from queries as well as if we want to print that data from the database, we have to create reports. The final object is reports. Reports. We can sorry. We can get reports from this option, create tab and reports, report wizard. Using report wizard, we can add fields to that. We can select table from the report wizard, and we can add what are the fields that we are going to print or get the output, or what are the fields that we are going to make view inside reports, and click next, and click next again, and we can select fields as ascending or descending order. So if you want to borrow ID with ascending order, we can select that and click next. And there are some layouts, stepped block, outline, and we can select the orientation also, portrait or landscape here, and just click on next and give it a name and finish. This is our, this is the report that we created, borrow one, right? I'll show you the other reports I have developed, I have created earlier. I'm going to delete this one. Just close, and we have to close before deleting. Close object and delete object, right? Sure. Borrow. There is a report called borrow I have created earlier, and borrow report, another thing is okay. And then now so what are the objects and how to create inside databases using Microsoft Access? We can use table structures, queries, forms, and reports for many purposes. Now we are going to discuss about database relationships. There are three types of relationships, right? The section structure of the database, as we discussed earlier, and these are the types. Now we are going to discuss about database relationships. So okay, in Access databases, you know how to create relationships between databases. You have seen, select database tools and go to the relationships, and you can change the relationships between. There are three types of relationships. Now we are going to study about the relationships between tables. Relationship will be developed using primary key and a foreign key. Now we are going to use this structure, use this diagram to understand what is one-to-one relationships. There are three types of relationships. One is one-to-one relationship, and second one is one-to-many relationship, and third one is many-to-many relationships. If we if the a single row or the record of a table is connected directly to a single row of another table is called one-to-one. One record of table to one record of another table is called one-to-one relationship, right? If we see a one record of a table is connected to several records of another table, it is called one-to-many. Now you can see there is an admission number is the primary key of this table is connected to another table using this foreign key facility fees table. It is used in several tables. The foreign key admission number is same number is used in several places. So this is connected. This black arrow shows you it is connected more than one record. So that is how one-to-many relationship is developed, right? And the other type of relationship is many-to-many. A single tuple or the single record of a table is connected to more than one records of another table, as well as the second table record is connected to more than one records of first table. So that is how many-to-many relationship is developed. So shall we take the note? Just right. Database table relationships. First one is one-to-one relationships. Just draw this diagram. These empty tables are enough. We are not going to take all the tables at the bottom. Student table and marks table should be changed, interchange. There is some problem with that. That I mentioned this should be the marks table because marks data input in that table. So this should be the student table, and student admission number, name, and date of birth is there. So we can see admission number 1426 is connected to student table, one record into one record into one record into one likewise. So we are going to draw only these two tables to understand how to create one-to-one relationships. These empty tables are enough. One-to-one relationship. And write down each row of table is related only to one row of another table. Each row of a table is connected to only to one row of another table. Each row of a table is related only to one row of another table. The next example is, next topic is one-to-many relationship. You can draw these empty tables first with these arrows. One record is connected to more than one records of the second table. So one-to-many relationship can be mentioned as a single record of a table is related with two or more records of another table. Each row of table may related to more than one rows of another tables. Another table, another table, right? Each row of table may related to more than one row of another table. Right. Next one is many-to-many relationship. A single row of one table can be related to more than one records of another table, as well as the single row of second table also can be connected to more than one records of first table. So we can draw this diagram first. And just take the note, each row of a table related to more than one rows of another table, as well as rows of second table also related to more than one rows of first table. So we learned about relationships between tables of a database. There are three types of relationships. One is one-to-one relationship, and second one is one-to-many relationship, and the third one is many-to-many relationship. So with that relationships, now we are going to stop for today now. And this is the end of database lesson also, right?